Hey, here's my invitation to you to come onto my podcast and my YouTube channel and share your first story, your first book, maybe your first YouTube video, your first song, your first creation. What did you create your first time, something big, that changed you in some way? I'm Bradley Charbonneau, this is Re-Possible Podcast and Thursday Thunder and Re-Possible YouTube channel, and I'm here today to invite you. Now, I thought at first I was just going to invite my former students, the people who have been on Worst Book Ever, or it's been called Worst Book Ever, it's been called Easiest Book Ever. I'm currently calling it First Book Ever, which I'm liking. I also like that it rhymes with worst. But First Book Ever. And why? Because I know how important that first book is. And I want you to get it done so that you can see what a breakthrough it is and how that's like the first mountain. And then once you get over that mountain, you see the valley and the Alps beyond. And the world is your oyster. I can't guarantee it, but it's about as close of a guarantee as I can get. Get that first book done, come share your story with me. If you don't have that first book done, come join Worst Book Ever. I have a do-it-yourself program. We've got a group program. We can do one-on-one coaching with me, but we're going to get that first book done. Now, if you're thinking, wasn't this called Worst Book Ever? Don't you want me to write like a bad book? Yeah, that's one of the options. In fact, that's how the program has evolved. I originally started calling it Worst Book Ever because I want you to get over it. I want you to have fun with it. I want you to laugh at it and at yourself and with yourself, and we're gonna have a good time and we're gonna get this thing done. Because I know afterwards you're gonna say, was that all? I've been worrying about this for how long? And I say this to myself of 10 years ago when I was not writing, I was not getting it done, I was not getting that first book done, and it was painful and stressful and not good. But once I got over that hurdle, once I did that first book, the floodgates opened. The dam had burst, and then I was unstoppable. I mean, that was my first book. I've now written 34. Now, let me make one thing clear. I'm not here to make you an author necessarily. If you want to be great. For me, it's really about the mindset and the breakthrough and the accomplishment and the idea that check box, you have this thing that you have finished. That's my big goal because I know the power of accomplishment and finishing that first thing. Now with me, it's often a book, but I've also been now here with YouTube. I do audiobooks, I do audiobook narration, I do public speaking, I even do improv comedy. So let me know what that first thing is. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how it helped you get over that hump and share your story with me and to those others who are waiting to finish that first thing and how and why they should get over that first thing so that they can see the light. It's so often, how often I say, see the light. Okay, one quick note on sort of my ideal candidate for this. Now, if you've been in my Worst Book Ever programs, awesome, you're totally welcome to come be on my podcast, on my YouTube channel. We'll have a less than 20-minute chat about sort of where you were before, how you got it done, and then what's happened since, right? Before, during, after. That's the story I want to hear. And the transformation, the change that you experienced during that time. Right, so my ideal candidate for this, what I've seen over the years of doing this, is I'm a nonfiction author. If you want to write a romance or a thriller or whatever, awesome, come join. I would recommend probably the shortest book ever. You're welcome to join us. I'm more of a nonfiction author, so I'm more focused on the nonfiction. And so here's what I usually see. And this also goes for me. You have this idea for your business. Probably, ideally, you already have a business based on this idea and you're already doing it, right? Like I've got a friend of mine, he has a business and was called Simplify. And he wanted to simplify your business and your processes and your structure and how everything worked in your business, Simplify. And yet he was working on this book for literally years. And I'm on edit number 3. And I'm with a new company now to help me format or whatever. I've gotten more proofreaders now. Right, dragging on forever. And no offense to him, I'm really talking to myself because I did the same thing, except much worse. And then when we had a conversation and we joked, remember, there's a lot of joking in here. I am a jokey, funny guy. I swear. If you don't laugh once, I'll give your money back. I swear. So then we talked about, hey, What about a book called Complicate? How to complicate your business processes. I can't even say it without laughing, right? And that's what's going to happen to you. So for a nonfiction author, again, I say author, for a nonfiction book, and you have a business, right? You've got a coaching business or a service business, or you've got some kind of business that's ideally already going. Because why? Because I want you already have your message kind of clear in your head. You already have an idea, like my friend with his Simplify. His idea is very clear. Simplify your processes, simplify your business. Very clear. If you're just thinking about an idea or thinking about a book idea, probably not quite ready for me yet. But if you've got that idea and you're like, this is the message I want to share with the world, and yet what's going to happen is that because that message is so important to you and so big and so it needs to be a masterpiece and it needs to be awesome, what happens often, not everyone, but it's that you're going to procrastinate, you're going to get into perfectionism, and you're probably not going to get it done, or you're going to spend years perfecting it, which is the same thing as procrastination. So that's where I get into, especially for the nonfiction, for the business owners, for the coaches, for the course creators, but also for the nonfiction authors. If you have that big idea and it's this giant, sun in your sky, and let's go write about the moon. Okay, so let's take that opposite book, that funny twist on your idea, because what's going to happen here, it's like psychologically you're like, well, I can't do that. That's crazy talk, Bradley. What are you talking about here? We can't do that. Whereas that's exactly what we're going to do, because you're going to have fun doing it. You're going to get over yourself, get over your, lofty aspirations of being the awesomeness of all time. I'm not saying we're going to put those away forever. We're just going to put them on hold. We're going to get something done. We're going to check a box in your life that says, I wrote a book, I finished a book, or I did a YouTube channel, or I started a podcast, or I created an XYZ. Because once you get that first one done, then you're like, oh, is that all? I've been frustrated about this for how long, right? So this is my long invitation to come onto my show. We'll have a chat on Zoom, or if you want to come join me in the woods in the Netherlands, happy to do that. But let's have a chat, less than 20 minutes. Tell me your story about your first. Don't get any ideas. First book, first creation, first YouTube video you did, first audio, first whatever. First thing you created, and how that changed something for you. How then in the trajectory of your career or your life or your work or your message or whatever it is, how that changed something once you finally create it. Because that's what First Book Ever is all about. I know that first book is going to change something in your trajectory. So if you're stuck, if you're frustrated, if you've been thinking about this for a long time and you haven't got it quite done yet, come below. I'll put a link below. Oh, you know what? I wanted to give you a coupon. Let's have a coupon for this first one for you. If you haven't joined the program, we've got a DIY version where you can do it yourself. I recommend 10 days, also not longer. It doesn't need to take that long. Think about it. It doesn't take long to write like an opposite book or a silly book or a joke book, because it needs to be short to get that one idea. I mean, take the idea of simplify, complicate. I mean, it's going to be a comedy, right? And it just needs to be, I'll talk about structure, but 3 sections, 9 chapters, maybe 27 action points, right? Sounds like a lot, but when you know your topic, it's easy to write. And you know what's even easier to write? Is like the opposite joke of your topic. That's even more fun. You'll see. So go do that. Or if you've already written a book, or were you in one of my programs before, come on the show. Let's have a quick chat, under 20 minutes. All you need to know is what you did, how you got started and finished, and then what's been the result since. All right? I am out here every single week creating. I love inspiring people like you to get started, to get over yourself, to have some fun, to have a laugh. Remember, I've been taking improv comedy workshops. This is like voluntarily. I love this stuff, right? I love laughing. I love having games. I love making light of situations. And that's super fun for me. And I want to share that joy, share that happiness, and share that energy that it gives me and it'll give you. I'll put a link below to contact me, or just put a comment in the YouTube channel or on the podcast. And I'll happily see you on the show. And good luck, and keep creating.